chicken, lemon juice. So I mixed it up already. Now I'm gonna put in yogurt and I'm gonna put a little bit of the vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice. Oops. Okay, so the chicken with the masalas and everything is done. I'm gonna put the chopped tomatoes, oil, and ginger paste. I don't have garlic paste today, so that is out of the picture. And I'll put it in the pan. Once this is boiled down, depending on when this is done, is when we actually put this in. And we'll let this cook. That is ready. I actually dropped half of the tomatoes on the floor, so I didn't put that in. So I'm just gonna do with whatever is in there. And that's the garlic paste and the oil. You're gonna let it simmer down a bit. We're gonna have to have that melted down, like make it into a paste. And we'll put this in. Alright, so we're about to put it in there. So let's go. Alright, that's all done. Oh yeah, I have to mix a little bit of water in it right before I put it in. Yeah, so some of the oil took down the masala, the spices. As you can see, it is kind of red. Don't worry about that. It should be fine. Um, Eventually, at some point, the chicken will release its own oil like you normally see. It will absorb it, release on its own. So at some point, this will be absorbed back into the chicken. So don't worry about it. So I just added a little bit of water in, just like tiny. Okay. So I just did a little bit of water in it. If you didn't understand what my mom just said, she just told me to just cover it up and then we'll leave it in for a while. So it's basically like for some of y'all, you'll do it towards the end. But right now we can do it midway, like cover it up and let it cook. And the good thing about this is I know it's gonna get steamed up, but for now I can slightly see it, and it does have a circle for the steam to come out anyways. I can partially see it on that side. I know it's kind of blurry for you guys, but I can still see something. And don't worry about the spots. She was cooking something else. I wiped down everything real quick, cleaned it off, washed it and everything. But clearly, I'm not gonna worry about that. This is what I was talking about earlier, that it will release the oils, its own oils, and eventually absorb some of the ones that had the spice in it. So we're gonna worry about that. Um, I know that you can see that there's still some oil in there. Don't worry about that. It will be dabbed and cleaned out and everything and all that stuff. So yeah. Additional information that I didn't put oil again in there. I only put that little in the beginning with the ginger paste and the tomatoes. So that's another thing that you're seeing release and all that stuff from the chicken. So don't worry about that. It did absorb all of the one that had the spice in it. Now the remaining oil, I'm not gonna put it in, but I will put a little bit of a napkin in to absorb the remaining oil if it does come along with it. So yeah, in the beginning, just make sure you don't put too much oil in. I kind of probably did, which is the reason why you still see it. But then that, yeah, if that happens, when you put it into the thing, just put like a little bit of the napkin, tissue papers towards the side, and you should be fine. It is not done. I decided to mix in some vegetables. So it turned out a bit spicy. Now we're done. Now we're done officially. Um, if you want to put less or want to have specific vegetables, go ahead and put that in. I wasn't really gonna put it in, but the taste, I actually ended up putting a little bit more red chilies, tandori spice than I was supposed to. That's the reason why I had to put vegetables to kind of balance it off. But honestly, I still would have ate it regardless because I'm Pakistani and we do tend to eat spicy food. But it is for the fact that I still have to eat it in a good quantity. So, and I'm still getting my vegetables in regardless. So there you go. Da, da, da.